Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and today, we are getting to some tillage work. We are going to sow some beans, but before we can sow any beans, we gotta get the ground harrowed. We're sowing spring beans today, and this is a bit of ground that is in gloss, so we can't plough. It's in minimum tillage, so that's why we're going to disc it. And there was a cover crop on it, so there was mustard and oats. You can see some of the mustard. A bit of frost really did a job on it, and then oats, the cattle grazed it, and yeah, so that's the cover crop. So we're going to harrow this in. We're going to harrow it twice, so I have to readjust it. I did a test run just coming across, see what I need to do. We want to go deep because beans need to go deep, so I need to shorten my top link and I need to lift my crumbler up to let the discs go further down into the ground to rip up more soil. So anyways, we adjust our crumbler. So we'll go really deep. We'll go really deep. Do the same on the other side. I want to go to my active memory harrow. I don't want that on anymore. Harrow, because that has my presets. So that I go to one, my headland management. I can turn on, and I have my up, my down, my revving, my not revving. All good, all good. So the other thing I'm going to try and do is with this here. So I have my book out. I'm gonna play with this to see how does it work. But I think that this here is to do with the linkage, and I think that when you set your maximum amount of slip, if your harrow's going too deep, it'll lift it up itself and it'll kind of go as the ground is, because ground conditions could be a little bit tricky. But look, I'm going to have a little bit of playing before I pick up the camera again, or the drone or anything, because I just want to get everything set up and get a good tasty job done, not be worrying about the camera. So anyways, we'll see how this goes. So we'll just go out and have a look. It seems to be doing the job. That smell, the smell of earth, turning earth, oh, it's good to have a bit of a change, get to a bit of tillage work. So we'll just kind of have a look to see how deep we're going. So we're aiming for nearly 3 inches. So yeah, so that's how deep we're going now. So that's 2 inches anyways. We're getting a 2-inch cultivation on that. You know, because you can kick up the loose soil on top, and as far down as you can kick, because that unfortunately is kind of the pan that the harrow leaves behind. Everything leaves a pan, plough or whatever it is, and it's always just to break that pan every now and again. But we're getting a, say, 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches there. The depth of my fingers, maybe that's 3 inches. I'm really bad at measuring. Yeah, I think that's the job. Also, if you're wondering, yes, that is sprayed off. As you can see, you can just start to see the yellow hue coming on it. Just start to see it. Also, something I forgot to say at the start of the video is I do have footage of the sprayer working with the jewels on, doing a bit of spraying. Not in here, in a different winter crop, putting out a herbicide. And I will put that into the end of the video or the middle of the video. I'll be putting it in somewhere. I might put in with the drone footage again here afterward. Just have all the drone footage together, but it's completely irrelevant to here, just so you are aware. But anyways, that's doing a good job.
Not really sure, but my brain tells me I've been here before. Don't wanna draw any attention to all the crazy things that I shouldn't mention. Not really sure, but it feels like my feet are glued to the floor. Don't wanna open up my mouth, cause I'm afraid of what's gonna come out. Life is but a dream. This can't be happening. Wake up, scream. I'm in a twisted reality. Twisted. I'm not sure who's the one making the decisions. Wake up, scream. I'm in a twisted reality. With my head again, you had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you are, we always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
So, we're harrowing away, getting on well now. The ground conditions are, ground is a bit sticky. It's probably the best way to put it. It's not as dry as we'd like. Well, at the same time, I've seen worse. We've done worse. We've sowed in worse conditions. Beans, you're aiming for Paddy's Day. We're on the 22nd or 21st of March. 22nd of March. March just absolutely flew by. I don't know where March went. It literally just poof. It's nearly over now. But anyways, so yeah, we are being on the late side, but that's why we're kind of just pushing on, because we don't know when we get the weather, because beans is a late harvest. Beans is October harvest, and there's a saying when you sow beans, don't sow any more beans than you're fit to harvest in a day, because the harvest day is October time, and it's very, very hard to get enough dry weather to get them dry enough. The last time we grew beans, which was in 17 or 16, we had to, when we harvest them in October, if they were high enough in moisture, it could have been 22 or 24% moisture, but we went and pushed acid on them. We used propionic acid to get them to keep, because it was an issue with beans, and we rolled them, we fed them to cattle gone well. The reason we are sowing beans, we want to grow more protein crops to feed our cattle, because the more high protein crops that like the beans, and we'll be growing maize later on, or we'll be sowing maize later on, so we don't have to buy as much protein crops. We'll buy less maize meal, buy less balance and ration, or cut out some of it. In my mind, I'd like to be able to try and get to the stage where we're 100% self-sufficient in all our animal feeds, but it's not going to happen today or tomorrow. But we're going to grow the beans and see how we get on, and just as I said, the more protein we can grow, the less protein we have to buy, and the cheaper it is to do the job we need to do with our cattle, and it's all about trying to do it that little bit cheaper. Anyways, as you can see, I have my headland management, I have it all set up. So headland management, I press it twice, lifts it up, drops the revs, press it twice, increases the revs, drops the harrow. Dead straightforward. Headland management just makes your life so much easier in these tractors. Oh, just the dream. It's the one advantage this tractor has over the 3690. And we're doing just under 12 kilometers an hour. These Bridgestone tires, she's just pulling like an absolute train. Just, yeah, these tires made some job of this tractor. But you can see after the drone footage, she is tearing the headlands a little bit. That could be a problem come silage season and that, with the baling and mowing, and that could be a bit of a problem. But great for the tillage end of it, mighty for the tillage and doing the slurry. But anyways, there's not much else to say. Hopefully Father Phil will be coming in soon. There's a bit of a surprise in store for this video. And there's a demo machine is after landing to sow the beans. Well, it's landed for another reason, but we're going to use it to sow the beans. Comment down below if you think you know what it is. So this is what's on demo, not the tractor now. Amazon fertilizer spreader. So big thanks to Farmhand. They're after dropping down an Amazon fertilizer spreader, a high-tech one with built-in GPS and a whole lot of stuff. We'll be doing a review on it before it goes back. We're hoping we might get another video made. I'll try and get some footage of them, maybe when they're spreading this field, but I'll try and get some footage of it now, and another bit later on when we're putting out some of our silage manure and grassland fertilizer and whatnot, because we'll have it for a weekish. But yeah, it's very exciting, very exciting to see how this goes. Can't wait to find out more about it and how it works, because there's a whole lot of stuff. Built-in GPS, automatic shutter down, so we correlate between the GPS, the weight cells and everything, the application rates, and when you're going into the triangle of a field or that, it'll start to slow down the rate of fertilizer coming out, going into the headlands. A whole lot of stuff, really exciting stuff. So there's really exciting stuff. So the fertilizer you put out with beans, it's 0730, so it's no nitrogen, 7 phosphorus and K is potassium, if memory serves me right. So that's what he's putting out there now. It's just really exciting to get some high-tech piece of kit to try out and help convince Father Phil that that's the way we need to go. Because in my mind, all the likes of that high-tech stuff, mapping GPS, all that, oh, that's my area. That's the kind of stuff I want to get our machinery into, upgrade into that kind of kit. So just waiting now for the beans to arrive back in. So this field, we're only going to give it the one cut just to bury the beans, and that's because it's just that bit softer, wetter ground, and the second run could give us issues, so we're just going to go with the one. Hopefully it works out. So it's well tilled. It is, you can see yourself, it is a wee bit just sticky of itself, and you can see it in the back discs and the crumbler. Front discs don't have any clay because that's hitting the dry soil on top, but the back discs and the crumbler have clay sticking to them. So shouldn't have any problems with the second run, hopefully, out here. So this is the beans.
Now you think that shortly you won't.
No, but it'll still be, it's not like fertiliser coming at you, like, you know what I mean? So you put your hand over your eyes, that doesn't even put a mark.
That's like
paintballs coming at you.
That's like telephone.
Yeah.
You're all set for it anyway.
Well, listen, I know, it's a first for me. That's what I said we start from the small field anyway. See, Mark. So this is going to be interesting. Well, we get ourselves out of the way now. I don't think Farmhand was expecting that they were going to send us a fertiliser spreader and we were going to sow beans with it. Well, that's okay with them. But it's going to be a good test to see. It is, I was talking to the man that is there and he was going through the book on different settings, and peas is on the list of things it can use. So beans is only a little step above that. So anyways, we'll put away the camera and we switch over to the drone.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
So, the bean sowing, you can see them not overtake, no real rhyme or reason, but I suppose you just have to see how it grows. So I'm going to get this field hard now. What other things I now have this function on there, which is to do with wheel slip. So when my wheels start slipping, if you watch it there, you see it go red. That means my wheels are slipping and it starts lifting the draft control for me. And yeah, it's a bit of an additional thing, and it's working not too bad. It was at 25%, but I set back to 10 because I was finding by the time I was getting into real bother, just over there where it was really bad, by the time I was really on the pull, it took too long for it to lift, so I lowered it down to 10% slip. So when it hits 10%, it starts thinking about lifting it, and that seems to make quite a difference, because by the time I get into bother, it's already starting to lift, and it doesn't seem to affect it too much going up and down the field. It's still staying at that 36, 38 bracket. So yeah, that's actually quite a handy feature that I'm just after finding out. So this tractor's bloody awesome. So I'm just back after being with the man from Farmhand. He's just giving me the lowdown on the spreader. Father Phil is doing a bit of harrowing. Out there is finished, and as you can see, there's nearly no beans showing, which is hopefully a good sign. Hopefully that means they're all buried. So I have to see whether, I don't know if Father Phil wants to swap or not, whether he'll finish it out. But one of the things we have to do with this now, the crows are a problem with beans. Not so much at this stage when it's after being sown, but when they start to sprout, that's when the crows do the damage. So we have to get a banger in here, if not two, to keep the crows away. But yeah, that's the beans in. We just have to see now how they do after getting so differently. We'll believe it, we'll put it like that, so differently. So that is it. That is the beans sown. So just have to fold up and head on home. First bit of tillage of the year, and it's going to be a while before we get any more done. Just you can see yourself, this week is only a middling week, and you can see yourself, as much as there's been no rainfall for nearly a week now, ground is just not drying out as well as you'd like. And talking to a lot of people, that seems to be the case everywhere. It's just, look at. And I suppose then on the beans as well, we've never sown beans this way, or not that I have known of anyways. And I don't know, it's, to be perfectly honest, I prefer if we had to sow it the other way, but look, they're sowed now, and we're just going to see how they do. You'll get to find out how they do, because everything gets shown here. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these beans go. Why is the 3690 on the harrow? I don't think I said it. 3690, I've said it a couple of times. She's broke. She will be fixed. Easter weekend, my father has organised with my uncle, that you would have seen in some of the videos last year, repairing the Jag, putting the new damper plate in it. He's coming up, and they're going to do that over Easter weekend, because it's going to take a couple of days. That's why she's not on the harrow and you haven't seen her in a while. The other thing, on the spreader, doing the job, Father Phil, he hasn't exactly done much with the spreader, just this bit. He's very impressed at the minute. He's very impressed. But we have that spreader for I think a week, so we're going to try and make good use of it. We have a good bit of fertiliser put out, and we'll probably try and do another video if we can on it, and then before it goes back we'll do one final video, our thoughts on that. But anyways, look, I'm going to leave it at that. Fold it up, bale on home. That is it for me. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. Good luck.